Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. I'm doing a really fun discussion today. Today I want to talk about Rush Duel. I'm actually not a huge fan of Rush Duel. The mechanics are just weird to me. I enjoy modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, but if you want to play, I guess you could argue like a slower style, a new take on it, I do think it could be fun for you if it's a format, if you're just looking for a change in format. But today I actually want to focus on something specific, and that is the fact that I keep seeing Rush Duel cards get revealed after one after the other, after one after the other, because I do a lot of videos on new cards when they drop, but when these cards drop, I don't make videos on them. They're just, Rush Duel is not a huge thing right now, especially not in the US. But I just see them left and right, and I see a ton of awesome artworks and a ton of awesome cards, and I'm like, wow, they're not even just straight up taking, every popularized card over the history of Yu-Gi-Oh and just redoing it just because they know it'll help sell. They're actually making a lot of new cards, which is really cool. New archetypes, new cards, stuff like that. And so today, I pretty much skimmed through all of the Rush Duel monsters that exist, because that would give me a better idea archetype-wise. There may be some cool spells and traps as well, but at least for archetypes, monsters here, because I went through and I found 5 things in Rush Duel that I actually really would love to see Konami take down the line and import it over to the TCG. Obviously, the effects would work differently. They'd have to figure out a way to make it match the theme of the archetype while also making it work for the TCG standards in terms of power scaling and all that stuff. But I do think they could do it, and there's some really, really cool stuff. So here are my top 5 options. These are mostly archetypes, not singular cards, because I do think it's easier to focus on a theme of cards, a new archetype based on this stuff that I think would be cool. First and foremost, Beast Gear World is kind of the name of the deck or archetype. Essentially, this is like Mad Max Fury Road, but if it was all beasts driving the vehicles. So you have just a bunch of guys. This is one of their boss monsters. He's what is it? Catapult Devil Kong? Just crazy names, crazy artwork. I love the idea of this. Just having a bunch of animals driving particular vehicles. There's a bunch of other ones. There's a big elephant one as well, I believe, in the archetype. Stuff like that. And then it's just cool. I don't know. I just think this is the least one that I'm attached to, but I still think it's cool in and of itself. From there, I move to maybe my favorite of these, and it's Sushi Fairies. They have an archetype called Sushi Fairies, and to be honest, they look pretty fairy-like, but when you really take a second look, you realize that all of their weapons or bows or staffs or whatever, she's holding a bow, but on the bow, literally the bow is just made of sushi. It's great. I love it. I love fairy archetypes. I love fairy monsters. They always have a very cool aesthetic to me. Some kind of cross between a magician, but they're always tend to be nice, except for I guess they're Dark Lords, but it's a very cool type to me, and I think Sushi Fairies are awesome. So this is I guess one of the boss monster ones. You also have this one, which is Tiger Roll. He just has a simple little sushi staff that he uses, and I love that he just kind of wears a freaking tiger cosplay outfit. You have Angel or Sushi Angel Dragon Roll, so he's wearing a dragon outfit. I don't know, it's nothing crazy, and even if you look at their effects are just kind of generic fairy support, so they're just kind of the fairy archetype in Rush Duel, it appears, but I love the aesthetic of them. I think they're so cool, and I think they could do so much with this. I think there's even a way where they could even tie this in lore-wise with Sue ships or something. I don't know, do some kind of crossover there. I think there's some really cool stuff they could do with this. I love this one. From there, Cyber Dragons. And now I know we already have Cyber Dragons in the TCG, but they just went ahead and made multiple other really badass Cyber Dragon cards. Now, the only broken as hell one is Cyber Rush Dragon. This card takes 2 Cyber Dragons. His effect is draw until you have 5 cards in your hand, then send 4 of them from the hand to the graveyard. Literally painful choice. Painful choice and an accessible extract monster. Insane. Then it specials a machine monster from the hand. Card's crazy, but obviously they would have to scale that for the TCG, but still, just the fact that they went ahead and said, even this classic fan favorite archetype in the regular TCG, here's a handful of just new revamped monsters for them. That's crazy to me. Cyber Assault Dragon's another one. Cyber Griffin, this card looks really cool. You know, some basic cards there. I think we have this, yeah, Cyber Stealth Dragon as well. There might be a couple other ones, but, you know, the idea is just, what if, you know, we are kind of coming up on a while since the last time we've seen Cyber Dragon support. Konami loves to give us semi-constant Cyber Dragon support. It's kind of like Heroes that way. They love to come back around to this one because it's a fan favorite and it makes them money. So I would not be shocked if, like, we got a structure deck for Cyber Dragon, if they just got a wave, maybe the next core set is Cyber something, and just like we're seeing Black Wings to kind of like help sell a set, Power the Elements had Elemental Heroes, stuff like that. What if they threw Cyber Dragons in there and they just got these kind of guys, but like obviously they're TCG effects equivalent? That would be really, really cool. I like Cyber Dragons. I don't usually like a ton of the fan favorite, you know, character archetypes normally, but I do like Cyber Dragons, and I love the contact fusing mechanic. I'd love to see if they could get a couple more cards. That would be cool. So there's that. Moving on, another machine archetype. I know it's kind of heavy on the machines here, because you could even argue that the beast, like Mad Max archetype, could also have machine monsters, but these guys are so cool to me. And yeah, I guess they could kind of fall into the mold of like Geargia and this like super kitty, or even Roids, like kitty machine looking things. But I think these just take it to the next level. Like these really look like little kitty toys, essentially. Like Drillroid and those, they look like vehicles, at least, with just like big googly eyes. And, you know, Geargias are kind of goofy as well, but these are just the next level, and I like it. I like that it's kitty, while having some cool stuff. I just think they look cool. So you have a bunch of dinos. You have Raptor. You have like a Triceratops version, a Rex. He's cool. A Brachiosaurus. You have this weird like Gurren Lagann, the head of, is it Lagann? Just also as a part of this archetype. He's just his own man, I guess. And some other cool cards there, which is pretty sweet. So I don't know, I just like this one aesthetically. This one was really pleasing to me. I'd like to see it, even though we kind of already have equivalents in the TCG. I wouldn't be mad to see it. And it is also a new Earth Machine archetype, so that could even play in even more with Earth Machine. You guys know I like that deck. It's pretty cool. And finally, it's got to be this one. Seven's Road. This is the main character's archetype, I believe. He actually has a bunch of different cards. I think it would just make a ton of sense. Aesthetically, they're pretty cool. This is his boss monster, Seven's Road. This almost just looks like a Legend of Zelda character to me. But yeah, Seven's Road Magician, pretty cool. He's like the dark magician of him. And then just all of these artworks just look super main character-esque, right? Like this is just a main character card for sure. So you have Enchanter, you have Mage, you have Sorcerer, like very aesthetically pleasing to anyone who likes spellcaster type archetypes. Like they definitely fit that mold for sure. You have Witch, and of course you have a Wiz. Oh, I didn't even mention this guy's Warlock. He's maybe one of the coolest designs as well. I think they're just really cool looking. I think they're neat. I think it could help add intrigue to Sevens or whatever, you know, Rush Duel by showing this off in the TCG. If anybody falls in love with the archetype in the TCG, maybe they take a look. So that helps kind of bridge the gap there. I don't know. I think it makes sense, and I think they're cool. And I think they'd want to make them pretty good because this is the newest main character. So they tend to like giving pretty good stuff to main character moves. Look at all the good support Heroes have gotten. You know, at this point, you know, Junk, or I guess like the Synchron stuff, has a lot of good support. I don't know. They like doing that. So it's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's kind of a loose video. I just kind of wanted to kind of just talk about Rush Duel, because I keep seeing really badass card arts get revealed for Rush Duel. Then I'm just like, damn. And we didn't even get support tonight. That makes me sad. And I wish this was a card coming to the TCG. So, I don't know. That's my opinion here. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any Rush Duel cards that you would want to see in the TCG more than anything. I'd love to hear your thoughts on those down below. And guess I'm out of here for tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.